Hello. We're doing cotton 60 with VarioSpeed, added steam, 1200 spin, IDOS for both, and I've got extra rinse+1. I'm going to press start now. Good, how are you? Nice. I had a busy week. No time drop. Stayed at 2 hours and 6. Yes, Jack. D Jack. How's it going? Hello, TProds2089. It's about to dispense the IDOS. This is Persil Ultimate. I've not actually used this machine that much yet, but it seems so good so far. I need to do an overview. So now it's filling for the main compartment. So it fills down the back. So this is for the manual dose. So if you want to put additives, you add them into this one. I've never. The last time I did the live, I did speak, but the times before that, I just used the live chat. I hope the quality is okay. You are next to my Wi-Fi hub, so hopefully it won't be too delayed. Now it's heating. Okay. That's quite a high water level. Hello, Carlo. I'm live. This is live. This is actually live right now. And I've never used this combination of options before, so it'll be interesting to see what happens. The machine is heating up at the moment. It's just finished the load sensing. The add clothing light has turned off. It's got 2 hours and 2 minutes left, supposedly. The steam phase is at the end. It's like they've revised the reduced ironing option. You can still select reduced ironing on the app, but if you choose to add steam, it's basically the reduced ironing option plus an extension at the end where it will incorporate steam into the wash, or into the clothes after it's finished spinning. It leaves the clothes quite warm at the end, so you can hang them up and it dries them. You can dry them while they're still warm, and it's designed to keep the creases out. Yeah, I think so, yeah. How are you loving this machine so far? Yeah, it's good so far. This is the first wash today. I haven't done any washing today, and this is the only wash I've got to wash today. Been trying to save up for larger loads before I run the machine, but this is my uniform for work, so I needed this washing. I want to see what extra rinse does with the steam option, if it changes the wash or rinse rhythm, because on what I noticed with this machine now, unlike the other Siemens and Bosch machines, like my old Bosch, the extra rinse used to change the wash rhythm, whereas they've now updated it so it doesn't change the wash rhythm, and the added steam, that just seems to do the normal reduced ironing, which again doesn't seem to change the wash rhythm. But I was wondering if combining both it will change or not, so thought we'd have to try and see. Yeah, the extra rinse used to, like Water Plus, used to change the wash rhythm to the short rhythm, like a normal rhythm rather than intensive rhythm. That was like how the old machines used to do it. And now it's sensed the load again and it's reset the tumbles. Still heating. Got 1 hour and 58 minutes left. So basically at this point, if you had water plus on, it would have added some more water. But there's plenty of water without water plus. As you can see, the water is pretty much at the drum rim level just there, just slightly below. I think with water plus you would have, with water plus it would be visible water level on this. Which is something that the 4D models, they use a lot less water. I guess that's because this hasn't got 4D, so they maximise the water with the intensive rhythms instead. And once it heats to 60 degrees, it should change to the like a melee style rhythm as well. Washing Lad 2009. To understand what you exactly mean, to the part when I was like so curious with the wash rhythms and non-wash. Yeah, I like how it does hydromatic style. Yeah, it'll do that in a bit when it's heated up. It does that on speed as well, so that's quite good. It makes up for there's no spin washes, but you get like a more intensive rhythm, so pretty nice. I don't know if the 4D versions of this, because the Bosch version of this has 10 kilo and it has the 4D jet inside, so I don't know if they use the intensive like melee style rhythm or if they use the old 4D spin wash in their normal rhythm. I don't know. I haven't seen one yet. I've seen the 11 kilo version of this Siemens, the Bosch version without the jet, and I know that's pretty much the same as this. Just the 11 kilo is limited to the Eco 4060 cycle. They use the hydromatic tumbles for heating the melee ones. Yeah. Now you see, this is a Siemens. Hello, Janek. So this is their normal intensive rhythm, and then it changes to the more intensive after it's heated. As you can see, the IDOS does quite well, getting the right amount of detergent in there. You use the scan for the Persil bottle, and it measures the right amount. Usually I used anti-allergy 60 covered on bath mats and tea towels. Which I have not done in a long time. Mexican, nice. I'll probably go zoom you in a little bit. Zoom in. Don't know if that's better or not. Can you see that still? It's got 1 hour 53 left. Yeah, you can see the paddles. This side is a steeper side of the paddle, so it lifts the clothes a bit more, whereas on the other side is the sloping side. Bosch and Siemens are the manufacturers that have always had chunky. Yeah, they have. Yeah, they've always had a slope and a not so slopey side as well, even in the WFFs. Yes, HF wash machines. How are you doing today? Yes, extra rinse and water plus no longer affect the wash rhythms. But it doesn't on cottons. I haven't tried on the other settings yet. I need to try that. Easy Care, they changed it so it does this rhythm with heating, and then it just does like a short rhythm with a short pause on the main wash, which is better for the synthetic garments anyway. Delicate seems to be exactly the same. They haven't changed Delicate wash. And then the outdoor program seems to be exactly the same as well. They don't seem to have changed that. I haven't tried the wool yet. Would you like to play Truth or Dare challenge? Yes or no? I don't know what that is. If Hot Point were never taken over by Indeshit in 2000s, and if the Hot Point factory in North Wales, what tumble dryer do you have? I will show you the tumble dryer at the end of the video, but it's a Hisense 8 kilo heat pump dryer. Yeah, I'll put the load inside the dryer afterwards. Hello T-Prods. T-Prods? T-Prods. Oh wow, I did not know that you had Hisense. Yeah. I was not expecting you to say that. What? That I've got a Hisense dryer. I was going to get the matching dryer to the Siemens washer, but I decided it can't fit in the kitchen, so there's no point paying the money for the matching set when they won't be next to each other. And I'm having a new kitchen because I only moved into this house. When was the last time you got your Hisense? I've had the Hisense dryer about 1 month. It has been on some of the videos I've uploaded in the past, but this upstairs, because I haven't got any space. I mean, there's a gap here. I don't know if you'll be able to see this. There's a gap here at the moment, but I'm having a new kitchen, and they're going to put the washing machine there instead. You can see my rest of my washing that's going to go in next week sometime. So this is the gap. They're going to put this oven here. The oven is going. They're going to put a Neff slide and hide. Then they're going to put the washing machine here in this gap, and then at the moment there's a cupboard in the back there. It's got nothing in. It's just like an empty cupboard. So they're going to put a cupboard where you can open it from the front, where this washing machine is currently, and you'll be able to get in the back. And then there'll be a washing machine here. Well, there'll be the cupboard there. Then there'll be a dishwasher at the end, just over here. Okay, it's dark. That's why you can't see it. I've gone for the Neff slimline 45 centimeter dishwasher that is built in, and it's also got the Wi-Fi. And the Neff oven is going to be the slide and hide. It's not the super duper ranges. I've gone for like the lower range, the first range with the Wi-Fi. So it's got the dials and then the Wi-Fi on it. So it means my Home Connect app will have the washing machine, the dishwasher, the oven on it, and then mum's washing machine and mum's oven on it now as well. And they're going to install the kitchen in January, so you'll be able to see that. Where was the dryer before you moved in? There was no dryer before. They didn't leave. They left the AEG washing machine, but they didn't leave any dryer. I don't believe they had a dryer, because when I came out to view the house, they just had washing on their clothes horses. I have a Rangemaster 110, but that's 25 plus years old. Nice. I have a Siemens IQ 700 combi, microwave combi oven. Nice. That's nice colour. Oldest appliance in the house. Or the Rangemaster. Nice. It's still heating at the moment. It's harder to hear the heater on this one. Obviously to do with because they're more energy efficient now, they obviously have a different heating element inside, or maybe it's something to do with the steam. They have to have different heating elements to what they used to have. It does still make like a kettle noise, but it's not as loud. Hello, wishy-washy guy. Does this have a mini load option? Yes, it does, T-Prods. It's in the app. You can set the mini load in the app. I did try it, but I loaded too much washing and it changed. Basically, when you put it on mini load, if you load more than 0.5 kilo, it changes it into a VarioSpeed wash. But the VarioSpeed is slightly shorter than an actual VarioSpeed wash, because it basically cancels out the load sensing, even though it does a load sense. So, but obviously it means that you don't actually get a speed. You just get a speed. Cannot tell what's the oldest in my house. Oh, I don't know. Yes, wishy-washy guy, it's good. It's a nice machine. I haven't used it fully yet. I've still got to try some more bits out. But it's very impressive, especially cotton cycle is very impressive. And the Eco 4060 with speed is also quite good. It was better than I expected anyway. And the IDOS is quite good actually, because I was a bit skeptical on IDOS. As you can see, this has just been dispensed with IDOS, and it's quite a good amount of suds there. And I haven't changed the setting other than putting in the right water softness for the area and scanning the detergent bottle. It's been pretty accurate. This is an IQ 500, and I got it from Marks Electrical because they had the best deal. And the guys installed it free of charge for this. It was on a promotion. I still remember your Hotpoint WM31 you had. Yeah, it was a good machine. How did they even have free charge of this? They had a promotion. Marks Electrical had a promotion where you buy, if your machine was more than £650, they'd install it for free. It was just I think it was just a weekend thing. Hello, Washerlad 08. There was no washer before WM31. My parents had, they lived next to my grandma, so they just used my grandma's machines. She had a Creeder, one of those Creeders that did the spin drain on the rinses, and then she changed to the Hoover, which I did upload many years ago. And then she's now got the, well, she changed to a Whirlpool, which lasted quite a while, but then I upgraded her to a Bosch last year because she got the, she had a new kitchen herself, so she wanted some new machines, so I gave her the Bosch Series 2 with the old Bosch drum. The WM31 was better than HE7, yeah. HE7, the only cycle on HE7 which was good was the whites wash, but that took quite a while. But that was about the only cycle that actually got over the temperature that you chose. That's considerate of you. Shout out to who? I'm confused now. Because I'm on live on the phone, you can't see everybody's comment. Bosch is a good upgrade. What dryer did you have before VTD20? There was a... What happened was, before the VTD20, we had the hot point that matched the WM31. It was like a TDL, something like that. I can't remember exact model, but it had the crease care buzzer, and yeah, it was a nice dryer. But then that one died. We then had like a month or just over a month where we didn't have a dryer, but my uncle had split with my auntie, and he had a Bosch condenser dryer, so we had that in there for like a month, and then he moved it back out, so then we got the VTD20. We didn't like the Bosch though at the time because it was a condenser and it just took too long compared to vented, so that's why I went back to vented. The only good thing with the Bosch was it had the nice LCD display. Back in the day when they had the Logics had the nice screen. How did VTD20 die? VTD20, I think that was just the standard, the thing collapsed. I remember the VTD20, we were drying bath mats in there, and then it sort of went a bit weird. So then we took the lid off and bashed the drum, and it went back into the right position, and it lasted for like 2 more years after that. It's like the bath mat got stuck between the paddle and where the filter was. So the drum moved, but then after that we pushed it back in place and it was fine. Fair enough, teapots. The hay you were... Yeah. VTD were known for bed. Yeah, that's right, yeah. What did you have after the VT20? There was a TVF 770. That one was quite a nice dryer as well. We had that for quite a while, but then it also suffered with a motor. So then my dad's uncle at the time took the TVF 770 with him, because he had an older dryer which he just put the motor in, and then that lasted for quite a while after, but then he passed away, so I don't know where that is now. And then there was was it TVEL I had as well? And then we had the Hoover that they've got now. I wouldn't even use the 1 hour 60 anyway. I like the washes to be nice and long. I like hair because the wash length is very custom. Also, I wish Becca brought back the... old gen home whiz and even the first, second and third. It's a shame that Becker hot points are so bad. Yeah, it is, yeah. I'm more a fan of a long hot wash. Yeah, that's right, yeah. How many repairs did WM31 have? Many repairs. One thing Becker have been infamous for is static fills. Yeah, that's rubbish. Don't like those. Oh no, that's sad. On 1 hour 37 minutes left. Yeah, but eBack still does static fills even after 9 years. I never hear anything good about eBack, whatever you want to call it. I'm glad you were watching today. The last time I did a premiere, nobody watched. I think somebody else was on at the time. Yeah, the wash is sufficient enough to at least get everything wet. That's one of the factors I chose a Bosch. I am now going to do something else now. What's that? Okay, bye. Thanks for watching. You missed a good bit because it's about to change to the more intensive rhythm, I think. Yeah, it's pretty warm now, so it must be about there. How was your... Has your Bosch at your parents had any faults? No, the Bosch is still around. It's not had any repairs. The only thing with the Bosch is the belt's quite loud sometimes if you put big load in, or if it's cold weather, because obviously they have the hole where the dry vent is, so you get quite cold behind it, so it makes the belt. Always love the front fill spray of Bosch Siemens. If I designed the washer, I would definitely have that. You mean the cascade fill? Front door fill? Yeah. The spin fills were good in a way, but in another way, which they've obviously realised, is when it slows down from the spin, you've still got the detergent inside from that spin, and obviously you've got less rinse results if you have the spin fill. Whereas at least if it slows down and stops, the rest of the water can drain out before it starts to rinse. So it still does a slight spin fill, but not like it used to. Yeah, it's getting quite sudsy now. That's because the drum is quite hot now. It's probably about 60 degrees now. I can still hear the heater is still on, but it must be about nearly there. I can smell the persil coming out the drawer. The scent. It smells very nice. Real. Oh, the heater went off. Now it's doing the intensive rhythm. Melee rhythm. It's temperature holding now. The heater is back on. I believe the Siemens washer dryer with the Rapid 15 wash does feel quite deep because that flushes the fluff out. Because they didn't have the drum clean. You can customize the programming on the W555s. You can set your own spin speeds, everything, so you can actually have longer spin if you wanted. And you can add extra rinses and things. Electrolux washer has the W575 and it's done customized. What dishwashers did you have at home? We had a Neff, originally we had a Neff S55555XO, which was, it was a nice dishwasher. That lasted for quite a while, and then we had to get it repaired once for the heater, and then the second time it went wrong, Domestic and General wrote it off, so we got a new, at the time, Bosch. So they had the Bosch for like a year, and then they got a new kitchen, and because they had got a new kitchen, they got another Neff. So the Neff's there now. It's just a standard dishwasher. The Neff dishwasher I'm going to get is the 45cm one, which is pretty much the same as theirs. The only difference is mine's got the Wi-Fi, and obviously it's 45cm. And I believe because it's got the Wi-Fi, you can set the Hygiene Plus option is on the Wi-Fi, which is good because I like that, because the Bosch before they got the current Neff had that Hygiene Plus, and it was actually really good rinse. It used to extend the final rinse and make it quite hot, so that the plates just come out really dry. Whereas the Neff they got now has got power wash, but it hasn't got the Hygiene Plus, so it takes longer to actually dry the stuff because it doesn't come out as hot. Yeah, for Bosch, the washers and dishwashers can sort of trust. Next worst thing you could get, I refuse to pay more than 400. Cheap, quick and easy to fix those WMs and Line 5s. Okay, thanks for watching, Moshelad. Bye. I think if the WMs went to 1200 for longer than 30 seconds, you used to get an overheating motor. That's why when they launched the 1400, they had to put different motor inside. Yeah, Bosch have launched some new dryers that do have reverse on. I mean, the one that matches this Siemens has a bed linen cycle which reverses, but there's also a new version coming out soon which has the new active air, which is A energy rated on the new label, and that has reverse on all the cycles. And it also does a distribution drying for wool. So that's why I'm wondering if this washer does a different woolen cycle to what they used to use, but I'll have to try that another day. Has this machine suds locked yet? Yes, it has, and I actually filmed it. I can't remember if I filmed it on Instagram or if I put it on YouTube, but I definitely filmed it. It was waterlock. It wasn't suds lock, it was waterlock. The problem is with the distribution wool, even the wrist-on machines, they used to use too much water, so the wool would actually be destroyed because there's so much water in there that the paddles and the drum spinning so fast would actually destroy the wool clothes. It wasn't until they started the Woolmark that Woolmark said that they need to use less water, and then even then they still had issues. In fact, I remember my old HE7, and that sometimes used to use too much water and you still get distribution of wool. And then other times it didn't use enough water and you end up with a dry wool in the middle of the wash because it didn't sense that it needed to put more water in. So I'm not a fan of the distribution wool. I'd rather just have tumbles with a lot of water. A bit like WM31 used to do. That wool cycle was quite good. Still remember the Hoover your nan had years ago. Yeah, Hoover Performer, it was 1300, that was quite good. The Hoover Performer used to do 5 rinses as standard, which was quite good. The first rinse used to be the bleach rinse, so if you put bleach in, you could actually get bleach come out. The one that did a 1200 final spin. It's about to end the wash, I think. Some change to the rinses and spin section. Got 1 hour 18 left. same. Is anybody watching I'm a Celebrity Get Me Out of Here? Anybody here fan? Yes, absolutely amazing. Nice. I remember watching it in 2009 when I was 7. It'd be funny if they had a washing machine in there. Washing machine in the middle of the jungle, can you imagine that? Oh, now it's on the cool down. One thing I like is they changed the Cotton 60 speed cool down. It's now like a normal lead cool down, whereas before on the old Bosch it used to drain pretty much as soon as it's full. Now it still does the fill up and then drain when you put it on with the stain on the full length cycle. It's good because if this was W2 Melee by now, you wouldn't have any movement of the clothes. Whereas at least this has paddles, so it still moves the clothes around, even though it's doing a slow rhythm and it's got more water in. It's got 1 hour 12 left. I watched a single duvet in the WM3 one. It was a 45-litre drum. It was rated at 5 kilos. But then they also had a 41-litre version which had the larger rim, and that was rated at 4.1 kilos, I believe. I used to like comfort. Temptating Nature is very good comfort. It's a shame they stopped making that, because that was actually quite a nice scent. The closest thing I found to that currently is the Persil Active Liquid, if you don't want any softener in. It's sort of like a very similar sort of a similar. It's not exactly the same. Now it's draining the water. 1 hour and 9 left. So it's going to go the first intermediate spin. Oops. I'm just going to back you up a little bit, because I'm going to try and get the display. Because I noticed before, sometimes when it's on the spin, it actually changes the time. See, it says 1 hour 8 at the minute. You'll find out what steam's like in a minute. Well, when it's finished the final spin. It's basically, it does the IVS that Bosch have always had. The only downside is this particular load is never any good at balancing, so we might have to watch a little bit of balancing trash. It actually looks okay. Sometimes they all tangle up, so they all end up in a massive ball and it takes forever. Still on 1 hour and 8. Yeah, it's probably going to take a while. We shall see. You can have a look on YouTube for the sports shoes cycle, and you'll see that I've washed trainers, yes. I don't think he watches my videos, so you're okay. Yes, wishy-washy guy, there's quite a lot of Evolution laundrettes around here now. But they're all rubbish, so don't use them. Like I said, this particular load is quite fussy to balance because it's aprons. They all tangle up, so they ended up into quite a big ball. So unfortunately we'll have to wait quite a bit for balancing. But it's the same with other machines, would be the same. So as you can see, it's trying to speed up. I don't know if you can see that on the video, but it is speeding up on the distribution to almost slightly higher. There you go, speeding up again. However, one thing I have noticed, this one doesn't crash into the sides. They've obviously adjusted it so that there's no because this does this speeding up bit. Here we go, speeding up now. There we go. Obviously decided that it was balanced enough to spin. I'm quite surprised. So there's the first rinse. A slight spin fill. Yeah, I noticed that when you put the steam on, it doesn't do the, it does the Water Plus spin. Water Plus does still do those inter spins as well. Whereas if you don't have steam or Water Plus on, it does do the full length spin. So let's see how high it goes. There we go, visible water level. Something that they do now. So it does two shorter spin rinses, I suppose, and then this faster one, longer one. It's got 1 hour left. Yeah, it's sort of like a Electrolux. The difference is this is like it does Electrolux style initially, and then it does a longer one, and then it does a longer of normal tumble as well. So this bit's like AEG or Electrolux. Fast and then slow and then fast and then slow, and then it does fast now, it stay fast for a bit longer. There we go. And then slow down now, like normal speed. Keep going like that. Happy days. .58 left. So this is like the old rhythm. This is what they used to do on the rinses on cottons, which I quite like this rhythm when they used to do this rhythm. And now we're going into the spin. 58 left. Probably spin that one, I think. Slowly spinning all. No. It's too many aprons, the strings all tied together, so that's the problem. Even if you tie the apron strings up, they just end up going into a ball in the wash. That's why I used to wash them on the towels wash in Mons machine, because the towels wash doesn't actually tangle them up as much because it does that different rhythm, whereas obviously this one, there's no towel wash on this, so Hygiene Plus is the closest, but Hygiene Plus, the cycle's too long for me, that one. You can spin that, come on. Spin that. No. Yeah, it's got drum clean. You can have the it's got drum clean. If you haven't got Wi-Fi, it still has drum clean. It's just in the settings, which I'll have to do in an overview. But you can basically access it through the settings menu, and it will do the drum clean, standard drum clean. And then if you open the app, you've also got the drum clean on there as well. And the drum clean is still the same in that it distributes. Once it reaches temps, and it temps holds as well at 70 degrees. Don't know, maybe we'll find out. Just going to spin that one, I think. There we go, speeding up. There we go. Hello, Cena 806. Janek, how old is your Bosch Series 8? Apologies if I said your name wrong. Try not to say anybody's name wrong, but if I do, that's how it is. I don't use DAS, no. If you're wondering where I got the name of my handle, got it from top of line Maytag washer. Nice. So now we're going to do the second rinse, the extra rinse. Again, you can say extra rinse if you use the app. It doesn't have extra rinse on the machine on these. Nice. How's California today? But the weather's nicer than here. Been raining all day here. Generally, I just use Persil. I quite like the Ultimate, the Persil Ultimate range at the minute. It's very nice. Apparently, California has spectacular night skies. But yeah, it does. So I've heard. Never been there. Usually go to Florida if I go to America. Weather is fairly warm. There was cold and rainy a couple of days ago. 80 Fahrenheit. Nice. It's supposed to warm up this week. It's been cold. And off. Nope. Yeah. Nice. I've never been to Australia. We used to have gas dryers available here, but they weren't very popular, so they didn't continue there. Mainly because ours are only small dryers compared to yours. most of the commercial laundrettes still use the gas dryers. Just put some. Very nice. Do they have big spiders? Maybe they do. You have to watch I'm a Celebrity and you'll find out. I don't know what that emoji is. Oh, spider. And now onto the intermediate spin again. Back to the standard rhythm. I'm not sure if I'll still get this noise for the drain, basically the water going into the sink, because they're going to move the washer over in the corner, so I don't know if they'll still have that noise. Kind of guessing probably not. Thanks to your pods, T-pods. Glad you enjoyed it so far. I intend to film the rest of it. It's got 48 minutes left. And then I intend to show the dryer, at least for the first part anyway. We might spin that one, maybe. Welcome back, Januk. Oh, I thought he might spend that time. Maybe spin this one? Home Alone, nice. Oh. Yeah, it's not as well. They're still not very sensitive, but they are sensitive. If you put a small load in like this, it gets quite sensitive. But then it tries to spin it by increasing the speed like it's doing now. Whereas, obviously, the old machines, when you watch the small load like this, like the old Bosch, it used to do like in desert style distribution. Whereas this doesn't do that, and then it does this like speeding up thing. Now it's going to speed up now. And then there's obviously a sensor that says, oh, it's okay, I can spin, or it's not. So it's probably going to spin this time. Whereas if you've got a full load inside and it's unbalanced, it will just spin regardless. There we go. I like the motor on this better. It's very nice. It's different motor to what the Bosch had. This one reminds me more of the older Bosches. So we're about to go on the final rinse, and you'll see the IDOS work. Closer for that, maybe. No, I like brushless motor better, like this. Okay. We'll do a spin fill, maybe a little bit. There we go. In goes the softener. Can you see it going in? There we go. I still find it strange that it does this stop, start, fill thing, even though it's got IDOS. Got 43 minutes left. So this is the normal rhythm, the normal rinse rhythm, but it's going to change in a minute. As soon as it starts the next fill, it'll change to the distribution thing. Here we go. So now it's doing back to the intensive rinse. It actually has a software update available, but I'm a little reluctant to do it yet because I want to see what everything does first and then update it, and then we'll see what happens. If it changes anything, it might not change anything, but it might change quite a lot. So I just thought let's keep it as it is for now, and then run the software update after. Yes, it's got a jeans dark wash available on the app. You can also select the shirts wash, the sports shoes wash, the sportswear program on the app as well. And then you can select my time in the actual settings. It's like you can download the cycle, so you can download my time. I haven't downloaded that yet. No, there's no duvet cycle. Well, not available yet anyway. They said that they're looking at improving the download cycle choice. So hopefully, you never know, one day it might be available there. I know the Bosch versions of this don't have my time, but they have toys wash. The WMDs with the WMA drums were very good. They did do distribution drains, and they did also do the bed and bath cycle had a distribution cool down. But that was about the only one that actually did that. And then when they changed to the in desert drums, they scrapped the distribution things, except for the Eco Cottons wash, which was cold, and that did still distribute. And now onto the final spin. It's got 38 minutes left. So this is going to do the IVF. I'm going to take it out a little bit so that I can get this display in, because the display will change. The steam light icon will come on. "38-minute final spin," yes, that's right, because it incorporates the steam. So it's going to do the burst spins first. So you get 400, like IVS, like reduced ironing. Do 1200 maximum. It's just annoying that they distribute for these. The burst has so fussy. Spin that. You can spin that. It's going to spin. I think it's going to spin. Spin that? Can it spin that? Maybe. It's going to spin that, I think. Nope. It's only doing 400 burst. Come on. The downsides to distribution one way. I was seeing a post the other day about that. One-way distributions take forever. You want to spin that unbalanced. That's because they couldn't heat up fast enough. So they used to extend the time on the wash to heat up, and then by the time the wash was finished, it would already gone past the time. Yep, it's going to spin on balance. At least they don't crash anymore. They've obviously changed the insulation inside. Because before they used to, if it was like that, it'd be bashing the sides. Now it's going to do the like fluffing. Now it's going to do another burst. See how long this one takes. Hopefully not long. Well, I hope you've all enjoyed the live stream. I shall attempt to do another one at some point. Come on, burst 2. I think this one is 600 or 800, I can't remember. I'm glad you enjoyed the live stream. Like I said, I'll try and film the end of this cycle when it's finished, and then I'll also show the dryer for a little bit, and then I'm going to turn off. Should at least start the dryer so you can see the dryer. Does this machine have steam wash and steam hygiene? No, it only does the add steam, which is the IVS special. You can select reduced ironing on the app and it just do the standard reduced ironing without the steam, which is quite good. Another downside to this is if you press add steam on the shirt cycle, which is in the app, it still only does the 400 spin. Does it still do the long spin hold at 16? Yeah. No, with steam selected, it's reduced to 1200 because it's like reduced ironing. It's like on the shirt cycle, it reduces to 400. Speed it up. Unbalanced again. Which washer said it was one of the best? I don't know what that just said. So what was that, 600, 800, 700? No, another fluffing. The other thing you might notice, they've changed the fluffing, it's slower. It used to be like a faster tumble. See, it's faster that way, but on this way it's slower. Whereas the other way tumble faster. Come on, spin that one. Too fussy. So who's got top fans badge on the comments? Anybody got top fans? T-Prods is number 1. Callum is number 2. Wishy Washy Guy is number 3. Nice. Bosch and Becca Love is 4. Chan's 5. Appliance Guy is 6. I think he's gone. Washer Glad 2009 is 7. Cena 806 is 8. And HF Washing Machines is 9. Which is good. Are you still there? Am I still live? I think I am. I don't know. Live chat. That. Yeah. Yeah, Burst 3, Callum. Yeah. They were elite. Early WM31 videos. Yeah. I feel nostalgic about the old washer YouTubers. Nice. YouTube has seen many people in the past. So I think that was 1,000. Yeah, 1,000. So then fluff in, slow tumble-ish, slowish, and then faster tumble. So this is the, I think this is the final burst, 1200. I'll say I think because I actually used the waterproofing, the outdoor cycle, and it did like eight bursts on IVS, not IVF. So I don't know if they added extra cottons extra, I don't know, not sure, we'll see. Okay, so final burst. I believe the steam phase is 23 minutes, so it's going to add some time on. unless it decides that it will do the short version. Because if you select the separate program for steam finish, you can have a short version at 17 minutes and you can have a long version at 23 minutes. But if you select the short version, it's only for half a kilo. Okay, bye, wishy-washy, bye. Yeah, it's gone to 29 now. So we're going to get a steam icon come on in a minute, and we'll get the steam phase. I don't know if you can see the display. Where the Wi-Fi logo is, which is just, I don't know where the camera lens is. If you look at the top, there's a Wi-Fi icon. You should get a steam icon appear next to that. There we go. So now it's steaming. Now you probably can't hear it, but the water is turned on. Very faint. Hello, Jordan. Nice to see you. How's it going? Well, you missed the wash, but now it's on the steam phase. The end of the cycle, there's the steam phase. It's just started. It's still filling up at this point. Yeah, the wash is good. Like I said earlier, I've not used a lot of it, but what I have used has been very good. Yeah, I didn't know whether to go live or not, but I thought I'll try an actual live for a change. Mainly because I had a bit of time, so I thought, well, we could try the live. So it's a very long tumble. Now I think it's heating up, but I can't really tell at the moment. other than it seems to steam the glass, so I'm guessing it is. Now the water's just turned off. So now this tumbles slower. So I think this is normal rhythm now. Yes, so it's normal rhythm now. Yeah, I suppose so, yeah. So it is now properly steaming. It's like it's like the hot points. It uses the element at the bottom to steam rather than having the steam jet. Yeah, because at least it changes direction, whereas on the hot point steam it just keeps going in one direction. And then yeah, use too much water. This is definitely below the drum. I don't know if you can hear because my boiler's turned on, but you can actually hear it steaming now as well. I'm trying to get it so you can sort of hear, but I don't know if you can or not. You can hear it boiling. Let's try a bit more this way. Yeah, it's reached temperatures turned off now. So what it does now is it turns the steam on, turns the steam off, turns steam on, turns steam off. So it's steaming again now. You may be able to hear it. Can you hear it steaming? Maybe you can, I don't know. It's turned off again. Hello. You all came too late. It's nearly finished now. It's got 19 minutes left. Now it's going to heat up again. There we go. I'm surprised yours doesn't have the steam. Maybe in the future. It's just yeah, it's just reduced ironing, but with the steam added on at the end. It takes longer on the end of the cycle than it does on the smart finish or the steam finish. Because this is 28 minutes, whereas the smart finish is 23 or 17, depending on which option you choose. So it's like they added a different steam phase to the actual end of the cycle. And it's back on. As you can see, there's just one section left of the dial. So I believe when it gets 10 minutes, the water drains and then it will fill up again, do the fast rhythm. Then when it gets to 6 minutes, it goes into the normal anti-crease, I think. Yeah. So this is a faster tumble again. So now it's filling again. This is like the cooling down, I suppose. And now all the lights are full on the dial now, because the cycle is nearly finished. Can't see any comments now, so I don't know if anybody's there. It says 2 people. I don't know if this is working. Yeah, it's like it keeps constant steaming just to keep the steam up. I assume that hot points do that as well, but I don't know. So if you just join, we're on the end of the steam phase now. It's finished the steaming, it's just drained the water and it's now filling. It fills very slowly. This is like a cooling down phase. What will happen next is it'll drain this water out again, and then it will start the normal anti-crease like the reduced ironing would normally do. I'm still here. Does the lights around the dial act like? Yes, they do, yeah. So they slowly fill up as you go through the cycle. So all the lights are now on because it's at the end of the cycle. In terms of the actual display, you can wake the display up by pressing any of the buttons. And when you press any button, the drum light turns on as well for like 30 seconds. I'll show you that. We turn this one off. Go to the dock. Press that. There you go. So you get the drum light inside as well. Then the display will turn back to standby, like that. And this light stays on. There we go. Draining that out. Now you see the steam icons disappeared, and now it's doing the normal reduced creases, or reduced ironing, anti-crease, and then the cycle will finish soon. Yeah. So this is like the normal anti-crease. There we go, that's the end of the cycle. So if I show you the display says end, all the lights come back on. So let's open the door. No steam escapes because it's cooled down. It's still fairly warm in there. So let's transfer this for a little tour. Pretty crease free really. Less, not that tangled either, which is quite good. Some tangled, but not crazy amounts. The drum itself is still warm, but not crazy. So now's time for you to come on a little walk. So turn this off, and then we'll take this upstairs. Oh. So this is my little laundry room. So yeah, there you go. So let's do some in here. So we turn it on. And then for these, I'm going to put it on cottons. I'm going to put it on cupboard dry with 2 dryness anti-grease. Just going to pop down there just for a second. Don't know if you can see. You just see my washing basket. I just need to empty the fluff. Don't know if you can see this. Turn this way. Don't know. Maybe you can see, maybe you can't. Just take the fluff on the last cycle out. There's 2 filters in this. Like a middle filter and then outside filter. Again, I'm sorry if you can't see. So, once again, like that, okay? Close the door. Press start. As you can see, because the air is blown through the laundry, it's already steamed up the glass. That's because the fabrics are already quite warm. It says it's going to take 3 hours 20, but in most cases, it's taken around an hour. It's probably slightly less. So the heater, well, the compressor has kicked in, so now it sounds like a fridge. Yeah, like on the washer, you can, when the light goes out, you can press the display and the light comes back on. So this means it's drying. This means it's reached iron dry. This means it's reached cover dry. Then there's a cover dry plus set in there. And then this means there's going to be an anti-crease at the end. The light's gone off. So if I just press the button, this indicates the light came on. Microwave beep noise yet. It's pretty quiet actually compared to some dryers. Well, I'm going to end the stream there. Thanks very much for watching, and I shall see you in another video at some point. Thanks then. Bye.